Yes, everybody, welcome to an episode of United Twins Extra. It's myself, CM. My twin bro Cappy is going to be on the match reaction in a couple days' time from now. But I will be here for the watch along at 4:15 UK time. So be there. Manchester United versus Newcastle. And I'm just want to do a light video to speak about a couple things in the end of the day, because today is very important for the fans, for the players, for the manager, for everybody associated with Manchester United, because the last time we won a trophy was in 2017. And I know a lot of people probably say, oh, you're entitled, this and that, we haven't done this. But when you look at the way Manchester United was built up in the eras of Sir Alex Ferguson, and even before that, years before that, we have built up that reputation and that pedigree to the point where if we're not competing for a trophy in a season, it is a failure. And unfortunately, in the last decade or so, those standards have been dropped severely because of underachievement, because of neglect from the ownership, from the Glazers, who are still trying to torment the fan base and provide possibilities of staying on and receiving the investment from elsewhere instead of just fully selling the club altogether. But that's another conversation within itself. We're here to stick to the cup final. Both teams hungry to win. When you look at the Barcelona game, both legs, the adversities that we had to go through, and we still were able to jump over that hurdle. And that was important for me, because I'm looking at the Carabao Cup Final and I'm saying, listen, this is an important game. At first, I looked at the Barcelona game as even more important, and I still believe it was a little more important than this game today, even though this is huge, because we had to get past that hurdle first. We had to jump over it, not walk around it, not trip and fall. We had to jump over it and clear it fully, and we did that in both legs. We went in behind in both legs. You know, the Marcus Alonso goal in the first, Robert Lewandowski in the second leg, and we were still able to come back despite not playing great first halves. We went in behind in the first few minutes of the second half in the first leg, in the first half in the second. We were able to both come back, but I think today we're going to have to start strong in the first half. I trust Ten Hag will make the changes if we don't, but it would just be good to start well, to be up for a cup final from the very first minute. And I feel like the players, both sets of teams, will do that, to be honest. There's a large amount of togetherness with the squad nowadays. When I look at the past, the likes of the Europa League final, where we fell and we failed to live up to the billing, live up to the moment, maybe because of pressure and other factors, of course, but we failed to live up to expectations. And one thing that has always screamed out to me since that moment was the Marcus Rashford interview after that, where I can't say word for word, but he was basically saying, look, everybody in this team is trying to get back to that level. They want to be at the very top. And for whatever reason, that wasn't the case at the time under the likes of Ole, for the most part. And even more as time goes by, I start to think maybe that was the case. Maybe some of, I'm not going to say all, but some of those players are trying their hardest to get back to that level, but they don't have the guidance. They don't have the tutelage. They don't have the experience in order to know how to navigate in those moments of adversity. And it was clear, because anytime we were faced with a true moment, I'm not talking about we're in the league, a manager's rumored to get sacked and you need to win a game. We're talking about semi-finals, cup finals, those true moments where sometimes you're faced with moments of adversity and no word from your manager, nothing like that can change the situation, but the people that are on the pitch, the 11 players that are on the pitch, can only affect those moments. So maybe now under a new manager in Erik ten Hag, the coaching staff, the players that have been brought in, the likes of Rafa Varane, Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez, who has had experience of winning now as well. Maybe the mentality of those players has been just what the rest of the squad needed in order to be a lot more confident and expressive in those scenarios. And I can't wait for today because I feel like this will be another example of that. I'm really excited for today, and let me know how you're feeling as well in the comment section below. But one of the final words I want to add in the end of the day is that when you are in a cup final, a lot of pressure seems to get added on to the game itself because it is the final game of the tournament and a trophy's literally there for the taking. When you walk out, what is in the middle in between both teams? It's the trophy. It's the trophy. And you look at it, you glance at it, and for a second you start to think, how would it be if by the end of the game, we are the team lifting that trophy? We are the ones with the gold medal placed around our neck. But sometimes you have to erase those memories before the 90 minutes and play in the moment, because that's where the pressure comes from. When you start to overthink, when you start to think far too ahead and you forget about where you are and what your surroundings are, it's how mistakes are made. And I feel like to remove the pressure, you have to remember, especially in this cup, whether it's the first round or the final game, every game has the same stakes. The trophy is up for grabs. Now, of course, this is the final game and whoever wins it will win the trophy. But whether you're in the first round, or the third round, whatever, if you lose, no trophy. If you win, the chances get higher and higher. And now the chances are at its highest for both Manchester United and Newcastle. But I think that is how you manage the pressure. You remember that in the end of the day, we were one of the two best teams in this tournament, and we were able to get through multiple moments of adversity in order to get here. So why does that stop now? Why does the pressure increase now? Of course, those moments have butterflies in your stomach and it provides the nerves like no other. Trust me, I'm not going to say I've been there, but in other scenarios when it comes to football, we've all been there if we've played football or done other things in life. It could be anything. It doesn't even have to be sports related. But it's about how you manage yourself, how you're able to bring yourself back down to a certain level where you can act with composure and you can succeed in the best possible way. You can be the best possible version of yourself. And that is what I'm hoping we're going to see from the players today. And I feel like we have the team, we have the personnel, and most importantly, we have the growth. And there is much more growth to go in the end of the day. But we have grown from the start of this season, where things look bleak, up until now, where we're still in every single competition. Some people saying we're in a title race, kind of shying away from that right now. We're still in the FA Cup. We've gone through a massive 2 legs against Barcelona. And even though we're still just in the round of 16 in Europa League, I feel like that game was even bigger to certain extents, to prove to the players that they can do it. They can compete. Because don't get it wrong, Barcelona, even though they didn't have a lot of fun in the Champions League, they're one of the best teams in Europe right now. Top of La Liga. They hadn't lost in 18 games, I believe. Phenomenal side, and love what Xavi's doing over there. But Manchester United were able to get the better of them. So now hopefully we can carry that over to today, where we have the belief, we have the strength, we have the swagger. We have the ability to get the better of Newcastle United, who have had a really good season up to this point. And this cup final proves it even more. They've had a really good season up to this point. They will look to frustrate Manchester United. They will try to slow down the pace of the game. They will try to defend at certain points and catch us in the counter-attack. But it's about how switched on we are, how ready for the moment we are, so that when we have our opportunity in front of goal, when we have our opportunity to prevent, to pinch back possession and counter-attack and create attacks of our own, we make the most of it. We are clinical in those areas. That is what will take us to lifting the trophy later on. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know your score predictions in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling. Good luck to the players, to the coaching staff, and to the fans. Enjoy yourself at Wembley and behave yourself, but enjoy yourself. ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you later for the watch along. Be there 4:15 GMT, and also the match reaction in a couple days time with myself and my twin bro Cappy. Until the next time, I'll see you lot in a bit. Yo! Big ups to everybody in the cup, man. They can't fail us today. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope everybody's day has been blessed. I just thought at the start of the stream, I will slap the match preview, because I don't usually do match previews. I might do it a little more going forward, but I did a little match preview on the channel, so I just slapped it at the start. But today is a big game, and I know each and every one in the chat knows that. Every single body in the chat knows that. So I want to big up everybody first and foremost. We had big up Kang in the cut, who came through first and foremost. Hope you're doing well. Today's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. We had Super Nick as well, saying big up, coming through with her score prediction, saying 3-2. Get your score predictions in the cut. We got the Manche Kushner. The time is now. Be sure to subscribe to the Manche Kushner on YouTube, follow on all socials. And we got man like Paxton. Hope you're doing well. Today's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time as well. It's going to be an excellent game of football. I believe it will be a 1-goal decider. See you guys at full time. So big up yourself, Paxton. Listen, I hope it's a situation where we're all back here celebrating, but there is a long way to go. As you can see to the left of me, we got the lineup on deck, so let me know. And let's have a look at the lineup first and foremost before anything else. So we got just under 15 minutes now until kick off. So our lineup for today, we got David De Gea in goal, Diogo Dalot replacing Alan Wan-Bissaka, Rafa Varane, Lisandro Martinez centre-back partnership, you know the rest. Luke Shaw starting at left-back, a midfield that stays the same of Fred, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, and then Anthony, Marcus Rashford and Wout Weghorst in attacking areas. So let me know. There is no us. Let me know what you think of the lineups today. And on the bench, we got Tom Heaton, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Terrell Malacia, Scott McTominay, Marcel Sabitzer, Alejandro Garnacho, and Jadon Sancho. So, in my opinion, I think it's a good lineup. There's a few people that I've spoken to thus far saying potentially they wouldn't have started Wout Weghorst, but, you know, I still trust what he can do ability-wise for this team. It may not be all about goal scoring and focused towards scoring goals, but everything else that he can do when playing well, when given the opportunity and not taken out of the game, it affects the team in a positive manner. So let's see how that first half goes, and then we can move from there. But I think it's a good lineup. Anthony, confidence coming off of that game-winning goal against Barcelona. We know the rest. Casemiro, brilliant. Fred in form as well. Played brilliantly against Barcelona on Thursday. The back four speaks for itself. Diogo Dalot still kind of here and there coming off the injury, but his attacking threat will be very, very good in this game. So I'm confident. I'm confident of the team, man. You know, Ten Hag had a really good quote. I think it was in the program or in an interview when he basically said, you know, when you're playing for Manchester United, you have to create your own legacy. Therefore, you have to win trophies. And we haven't won a trophy since 2017, which means that many of these players that are here, their legacy at the club isn't secure. And of course, this trophy alone won't secure a legacy. But if they're able to start it from here and keep it going and keep elevating the levels, then that is what you have. That is the opportunity of a lifetime. And today is an opportunity of a lifetime to win our first trophy since the Europa League in 2017 under Jose Mourinho. Manche Kushner coming through saying I'm going with 2-0, but carry us on a lot of pressure. And that is another good thing to mention and pivot away from, because we can go to Newcastle's lineup right now and have a light look at them. Alright, cool. That's not going to boost up. As you can see, they got Loris Karius in goal. The last time we saw him in the Champions League final, we all know the infamous mistake. But since then, he hasn't had a lot of game time. I believe he went to Besiktas at one point. He's been here at Newcastle, not a regular at all. I believe he's quite low down in that goalkeeping spectrum. I believe they're third goalkeeper or something like that. With Nick Pope out, Dubravka can't play either. So it was between him and I believe Gillespie in goal. And Eddie Howe's picked Loris Karius. So a lot of guys saying test him, see what he's made of. Obviously, we shouldn't walk away from our game plan to get good opportunities and be clinical. But of course, you have to test the goalkeeper who hasn't had a lot of time. Kieran Trippier, captain in the side, of course. The brilliant Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, and Dan Burn. You got Bruno Guimaraes. Absolutely brilliant creativity-wise in that midfield. Sean Longstaff, who's come with some crucial goals in this tournament, and Joe Linton as well, who's just rejuvenated his career at Newcastle. Miguel Almiron, who's having a brilliant season. And Saint-Maximin, who's going to be a crazy test for Diogo Dalot, but he's going to have to pass it with flying colours if he wants to have a chance. Same with everybody else. There's going to be tests all over the pitch. That midfield is as physical as ever. When you look at that Newcastle side, they'll try and play you physically and counter-attack you with pace. And Callum Wilson up top, we know how much damage he can do in the box as well. And on the bench, Gillespie, Lascelles, Matt Ritchie, Target, Alexander Isak, who's another striking option for Newcastle off the bench, Javier Manquillo, Jacob Murphy, I believe, Willock, and Anderson. So let me know what you think about their lineup as well, ladies and gentlemen. But we are literally 8 minutes away from kickoff. I'm seeing it on the TV. I hope everybody enjoys, is ready for the game. Because trust me, I am ready. Super Nick saying this is going to be an exciting match. So much at stake for both teams and a lot to prove in such young teams that are achieving so much this season indeed. And when you look at Newcastle, this could be their first major trophy since 1969. So if you think Manchester United fans and Manchester United are hungry to get back into winning trophies, how about Newcastle, a team that seems to be on the up now? You know, even though they're just outside of the top four now, and Spurs got their win today against Chelsea, they will still be fighting to try and achieve something amazing for their club. And to win today, it would be amazing for them. You know, losing against us in the FA Cup Final in 1999, that was heartbreaking. But it was our time as well. So we meet again so many years later. What is it? 20 plus years later in another cup final. Let's see what the result is going to be. But come on, United. And by the way, hashtag Glazers out each and every time. I heard that boy Avram has arrived in the ends. He's going to be here. It's going to be interesting to see if the camera pans to him. But hashtag Glazers out, because they're trying to cause problems. They're trying to make it hard. But hopefully we all get the right outcome. Whether it's in less than 6 weeks now, before the transfer window opens in the summer, we just need them gone. We need a reset. If we want to build properly, we need a reset and a new ownership that cares about the club. And, you know, everybody knows that. By the way, before I get into anything else, be sure to hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, share to your friends and frenemies. I've got a link, just one link to all of my social media accounts. I can show you actually. It's a link tree, so you can trust it, ladies and gents. It's one link to all of my social media accounts. You can see it here. It has my YouTube, my second channel, Twitch, Twitter, and also 2 new social media accounts in Facebook, my Facebook page, and Instagram. So be sure to follow them up as well. I've made an Instagram account, CM22ENT, and a Facebook page at CM22ENT, where I am posting at the same time on my Twitter account. So everything you see on my Twitter, most of the things you're going to see also on Facebook page and on Instagram and TikTok as well. I'll be posting there from time to time when I do my little shorts and etc, and the Discord server. So one link, all of my social medias. Be sure to follow all of them up as the players are walking out of the tunnel. And let's listen to the crowd roar. We need to do some long-range shots, corners at the keeper. I think that will be their Achilles heel, saying the Manchester Kushner. Of course, you know, obviously we never know, and you never know unless you find out in the end of the day. You never know unless you find out. Yeah, so we have to test him a little bit early on and see how he's feeling. See if he's loose, ready for prime time. Shout out to my guy Rich, Eagle Eye Football. Hope you're doing well. Today's been best. I appreciate you coming by each and every time. Be sure to subscribe to Eagle Eye Football over on YouTube, Twitch, all socials. Right now, they're playing their music. You know they're going to have the pre-match festivities, man. The fans are out there. It's a sunny day in Wembley. Both sets of fans have shown out. You can see the black and white flags for Newcastle and the red for Manchester United. I know they've been giving out custom scarves pre-match. They're passing around a flag even with Manchester United fans. Super Nick saying the players take to the pitch. The energy grows and the nerves build, but we are ready for this fight. Come on! Bro, can't have Krusty the Curious prevent you from lifting this trophy. Hey, listen, Rich, positive energy. Let's make it happen. Positive energy. And also, I have to say, happy birthday to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's his 50th birthday today, so happy birthday. Man, it's starting to set in. The 10th League Cup Final for Manchester United. Could they get their 6th trophy in this competition? Only Liverpool have had more final appearances in the League Cup. The first trophy available of the season in England. They're going to perform their little national anthem now as well. So allow them to do their thing. Everybody saying blessings to each other in the chat, man. It's starting to set in. I ain't going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting to set in. Woo! Let me make sure I pin everything. All of my promos ready. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we all good. We're all good to go. Oh, on Discord as well. Boom, bow. There we go. All right. Ten Hag aiming to lift the trophy on his birthday properly. Show man how to win. Hey, listen, man. It is what it is, right? The past is the past, Rich. And now we're moving forward. It's a great opportunity for both teams as they fire up. The crowd is fired up. You can feel the energy. So let's hope that we get a perfect start to the game. One thing I didn't like was that I saw that some people at Wembley were taking a Glazers out sign. Now, I just saw one on my TV, but some fans, I think because maybe it was too big, I don't know why, but they were taking a Glazers out sign from fans. That's not a good start. That's not a good start. Less of that, ref. Less of that. Come on. Got some tea in the cut as well. Or some peppermint tea in the cut. What's everybody's match snack today? Everybody eating or drinking if you are. Be sure to grab your snacks, your drinks, because it's going to be a long one. It's going to be an emotional one as well. Right now, both sets of teams are taking a picture. They're showing support for the Ukrainian people who have been going through something not great at all. And also prayers to those who once again are affected in Turkey and Syria. Not much of a mention from that, but Have to mention those as well. R.I.P. John Motson, who passed away recently too. I saw a little thing before at the start of the game. Popcorn and bottle of wine. I could just, hey, big up yourself, Rich. They're just showing the lineups on my TV. We'll soon be starting now. Marcus Rashford available despite a little knock against Barcelona in the week. This is good to see. Let's see if Wout Weghorst can be able to score a goal in one of the biggest stages of them all. Some tea and biscuits saying Super Nick. Maybe something a bit stronger lately. Listen, fam. Fire. Drink agua. Agua. Or tea. But tea. Milk. Agua. Yeah. Making sure everything is patterned on my time. Big up Moss, hope you're doing well. Your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by every time. Shout out to RD, hope you're doing well. Your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by every time I see you. Saying, come on, Newcastle. If we got a Newcastle United fan in the cut, let us know. Or elsewhere. Up to at Wembley. Let's go. Let's go. Team huddle for Newcastle. Manchester United ready. On the other side, some of the biggest games. And it all starts here, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to listen in. Enjoy the game. Commentary for 90 minutes. And then some. We'll keep you updated, Moss. Don't you worry about that. Manchester United will be kicking off from right to left on your TV screens. And the game has started. Come on, United. The 2023 Carabao Cup Final has begun. And Karius receiving the ball early on, which will probably be good for him if he's able to have a few touches in the game to get settled. Miguel Almiron fouled early. Free kick Newcastle. First senior appearance. Union Berlin was the team. Ball over the top. It'll go out for a goal kick to Manchester United. Delo just lets that one go out. Well played. David De Gea will have an early kick in the game, a minute in now from the goal kick. The fans, both sets of fans. You love this in a football game where it's almost like both sets of fans are combating each other, going up against each other to see who can be louder. It's Casemiro. Luke Shaw playing it. Oh, nice ball by Weghorst. Here's Marcus Rashford. Playing in. Bruno Fernandes. But good defending out for a corner kick. Wonderful ball. And that's why Wout Weghorst is in the team. Those early balls from deep. Receiving it and playing it. A slow walk over to that corner. Flag for Luke Shaw. We got a few players trying to go around Karius. Weghorst for Ryan Casemiro. Some Newcastle players also guarding their keeper. Ball into the area. Headed away by Joe Linton. Anthony gets something on it. And now Newcastle can go on the break. Here's Miguel Almiron. St. Maximin up with him also. Many players, Bruno Guimaraes cleared away by the low from the ball. United have it again, and now you'll hear the roar from the Manchester United crowd. Fernandes over to Anthony. Fearless. Casemiro clipping it over to Wout Weghorst. And he gets there. Out on the right wing currently. Anthony once again. And that'll be a... Is that a goal kick? Let me see. I think that's a goal kick to Newcastle. Anthony tries to flick it around the corner. Not quite. Shout out to RD. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the fam. Woo. Sandro Martinez heading it over to Fred now. Here's Luke Shaw. Now Bruno Guimaraes. United give away possession. Almiron keeps it in just about. And United win it back before Bruno gives it to the other Bruno. Here's Callum Wilson. Outside the area. Wonderful challenge by Varane. Anthony. Challenged by Dan Burn. Throw in United. What an atmosphere today, ladies and gents. Sunday the 26th of February, 2023. Also, little segue. Did you guys see the Tottenham-Chelsea result? Man, what is going on with Chelsea right now? Well, we know what's going on with Chelsea. It's a sticky one still. Who do you side with? Do you think it's a managerial problem, an ownership problem, or the players? Or is it multiple? Everybody can be involved, of course. Here is Joel Linton clipping it over to Alan Saint-Maximin. He keeps it in. Plays it into Almiron. Back to Saint-Max. Cuts inside. Tries to get past it. Bruno Guimaraes. Crucial challenge by Fred at the edge of the area. And Varane tries to play it forward, but gets his pass all wrong. Newcastle throwing, and now Fred is down. A little bit worse for wear after that challenge, but it was a crucial one to prevent Bruno Guimaraes from having a shooting opportunity. Shout out to Manj. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. How are you feeling today, Mr. Stress Free? What's saying? Boring week, London derby, that one. Ugly. Damn. Erik Ten Hag and Eddie Howe watching on from the touchlines. But the game is back in play. Here's Alan Saint-Maximin. Every time he gets the ball, you can hear that Newcastle crowd roar. Great challenge by Diogo Dalot. Newcastle throw. This is what Dalot's gonna have to do. Stay focused, switched on for the entire time. It's a tough challenge, but he can do it. Dan Burn long throw in. Headed on by Joe Linton. Headed away by Luke Shaw. Trippier kicks it forward. Share with the flick and it's cleared once again. Rashford will pick it up now. Sweet ball into Fred. Takes a couple touches. And almost challenged, but it goes back to Luke Shaw. Got a lucky bounce there. It's David De Gea. Lisandro Martinez. Into Luke Shaw, who's now in an inverted position. Giving it to Marcus Rashford, who's a little deep. Looking for that ball over the top to Bruno Fernandes. Just didn't get it right. Burn clears it away to Bruno Guimaraes. Tough challenge. Oh, free kick. Weghorst, I thought it was a free kick. But no, they gave it as a foul on Weghorst. But the referee has pulled it back now because Guimaraes didn't take it from the right position. Here's Trippier. Formerly of Spurs, Atletico Madrid as well in recent times. He's come to Newcastle and been a true leader. Transformed that back form in some ways. Being an attacking and defensive threat. Also a crucial player for his national side, of course, as well. Under Gareth Southgate. Joelinton with some nice play into Guimaraes, and now Alan Saint-Maximin gets fouled by Diogo Dalot. Newcastle players are surrounding the referee. And it looks like Diogo Dalot enters the book early on. Wow. He does bring down Saint-Maximin. It is a yellow card. The referee today, all the officials, by the way, David Coote, the referee, assistant referees Nick Hopton and Tim Wood, VAR assistant referee Peter Banks, fourth official Simon Hooper. And how about your nerves now? Because Diogo Dalot is booked early on. He's going to have many more stages in this game where he's having to guard Saint-Maximin. So how do you defend him now? How does that work with your mentals? A free kick was taken. It's kept in just about. And Man United throw in. That's only what Newcastle could prevent with a goal kick. Super Nick saying no bueno in the Dalot yellow. Thrown towards Weghorst. It went over his head. Fred able to pick it up now. It goes out of play. And that was a really good ball to Marcus Rashford if it was still in play. Because he was on the break. Probably like a 2 or 1-on-1. 58% possession thus far for Newcastle. Trippier to throw it back in play, and a poor pass back from Guimaraes. Free kick Manchester United for Bruno Fernandes, fouled by Sean Longstaff. Callum Wilson kind of just standing in the way of the free kick. Fred's just got to watch himself there, pushing away Callum Wilson. You don't want to get embroiled into those battles too early into the game. Martinez gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Martinez. Dalot has a bit of space out on the right wing. He wasn't able to receive it. Martinez gave it away, and Varane just stepping ahead before Saint-Maximin receives the ball. Crucial as Dalot was out of position. Anthony with a nice header down to Fernandes, and now back to Anthony. What is he going to be able to do? 2 guys on him. Now only Dan Burn defending. Takes his time, passes it out to Dalot. It's Casemiro. Clips it over to Fred in the area. Weghorst takes a touchdown. Second one. Still there! Didn't get the best connection. Straight down the middle of Loris Karius. But a good first chance there for Wout Weghorst. He just doesn't catch the strike cleanly. Bounces on the ground. Bobbles into the hands of Karius. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Here's Trippier out on the other side now. The other end of the pitch into Callum Wilson, who had a lot of space into that area. He just went unmarked. He wasn't able to do anything with it except for head it away. No options towards the back post. Newcastle building out from the back once again. Well, here's Guimaraes. Now Longstaff. Into Almiron. Back to Bruno G. Trippier, first time ball in. Headed away by Varane. And Dan Burn trying to give it to Alan Saint-Maximin, but off target throw in Manchester United to relieve the pressure. Weghorst. The ball just bounces off his boot. He's not able to secure it. But he is able to kind of prevent Saint-Maximin from going forward. So that's good work by the United forward to get back and do his defensive duties as well. Here's Trippier. Now into Almiron. The man who has scored many goals for Newcastle this season in the Premier League and helped them to get in a position, a great position. Shout out to you, Z. Hope you're doing what your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. Man like Cappy somewhere watching the game in the ends. Here's the low. Woo! Cleared away. Just about. It went past Weghorst. How are you feeling, UZ, for the game? Looking at this again. Good ball by Anthony. Delo just blasts it through into that dangerous area. And really good defending. It's David De Gea now. Gives it to Lisandro Martinez. Just playing it short. You can hear the United fans singing, as they always do. Oh my, here's Marcus Rashford. He's in the area. The ball went right through the defense. Nobody opted for the header. Here's Anthony with the curl. And it's once again straight down the middle of Karius, who throws it out early. Let's get this dub. Heisenberg will be cooking up something. Big up yourself, UZ. Positive energy. It's Trippier once again just taking his time on the ball, playing it back to Fabian Schär. Also, Ten Hag said, United will only have a parade if we win 2 trophies, huh? Here's Longstaff. Plays it into Saint-Maximin. He played it through that tight piece of space. And Saint-Maximin just couldn't work with the space that was running out as time went on. Bruno Fernandes trying to play over the top, giving the ball away. Possibly should have tried the simple pass to Anthony, and here come Newcastle on the counter-attack. Miguel Almiron. Trippier. And Almiron was running through, but they just weren't on the same wavelength. Unlucky. Unlucky. I'm going to watch Jake versus Tommy later. I don't know, to be honest, UZ. I don't know. Probably not. I'm not going to lie. Probably not. But if I'm there, I'm there. But probably not. How about you? Anybody else in the chat? Anthony, well done there defensively. Casemiro trying to play in Marcus Rashford, doesn't get the ball accurate enough. And here come Newcastle. What a game this is turning into. Fred with the foul on Bruno Guimaraes. And he's asking for a yellow card. The referee won't oblige. Super Nick saying I will. Okay. Maybe. But I'm not guaranteeing it. It depends how I'm feeling later on. I need to see who was about it for real. And we want Glazers out at Wembley. How good is that to hear? All the Manchester United fans screaming it loud and... Oh no, Anthony's holding his groin. Anthony's holding his groin. That is not a good sign. I hope he'll be able to walk it off. But that's not a good sign 18 minutes into the game. If only Grealish kept his mouth shut, Almiron wouldn't be cooking. Aye. You can see Anthony just grimacing ever so in the previous clip. Here's Casemiro though. Clipping it over the top to Bruno Fernandes. Botman will be able to cut it out. Here is Anthony now. He's looking all right. Weghorst will chase the ball. He's not going to get there as Botman just lets it go out. Oh no, Weghorst just about keeping it in. The Newcastle get it cleared anyway. Almiron chasing down David De Gea. Just about finds the low. Yeah, we were speaking about the Chelsea game not long ago, Yuzi. Saying, man, a lot of problems at that club right now. Here's Fred. Oh, does well there. Casemiro and United able to get a free kick. Fred did brilliantly there to get away from a couple of players before being impeded. "20 minutes into the game now. What does everybody think about Manchester United start? I think it has been a relatively slow start on our half, but you've got to think about the games we played and the way we have started games as of recently. We've grown into them, whether it's home or away. And I think today will be another example of that. Just hopefully we don't take too long. We have had some good opportunities and attacks. Just nothing in the final third as yet, except for that Weghorst opportunity, which was a half chance. Good opportunity, should I say, for him. Bruno Guimaraes is down now. And that may be a big problem for Newcastle United. He's getting some treatment, but Newcastle fans will not want to see that. He has had some time out injured this season already. Bruno G, it's not looking good, bruv, saying Super Nick. He's getting back up to his feet now. So that's a good sign for Newcastle. He gets a little bit of refreshments. I don't know. The commentary mentioned that he looked somewhat dazed. He put some water on his face and he's back on. But something to look at. Hopefully it's nothing significant or serious. Here's Rafael Varane. Nah, I don't think it would be time wasting Super. I don't know. Maybe you can run down a bit of time, but why? Why? It's 0-0 early in the game. Still so much to go. If that's how they get down, but I doubt it. Who knows? Here's Fred not able to touch the ball down. Gives it back to Newcastle. Botman intercept Maximin. Nice touch around the corner to Joe Linton. Set Maximin again. And quite a few players marking him as he slips and still able to get up and hold on to possession. Guimaraes. And now Marcus Rashford can win it back after a heavy touch. In the midfield area, Casemiro. Oh, ho, ho. Newcastle have it back again. Saint Maximin. Luke Shaw with a good header. And Fred almost getting closed down before the clearance. Regain some composure and momentum. Mess with the rhythm of the game. Saying Super Nick. Here's Dan Burn. After play back, Manchester United just pushing Newcastle backwards now. And they've had to go and clip it out wide to Kieran Trippier for that outlet. And it is a good ball. Trippier playing it into central area. Miguel Almiron takes it down. Here's Longstaff. Throw in Newcastle. You can see now possession stats. 53% to Newcastle to Manchester United's 47%. Newcastle have had some good time on the ball thus far. Let's see if that continues as the game goes on. Shea giving it to Almiron. Trippier on the overlap. Ball into the box. And that is just great battling by Lisandro Martinez, who's preventing Fabian Schär from getting a clear header on the ball. There may have been a clash of heads in there. But with Trippier on the overlap, very good delivery. Schär was there and Martinez just battling. And now concussion protocol checks underway for both players who are down on the ground. Manchester United have beaten Newcastle on 2 out of the 3 occasions they faced off in the League Cup. Not a large sample size, but still something to consider. Big up to man. See you in a bit. UZ saying Leacher. All the players now once again just getting a break, a few refreshments, maybe some speaking to Ten Hag. And Ten Hag speaking to Mitchell van der Gaag. Maybe a little frustrated with the way his team started. It's Alex Ferguson and David Gill watching on in the game. Ten Hag now heading out to the touchline, having a word with Wout Weghorst and Anthony, seeing if they can adjust potentially from the start. Almost 30 minutes in. I mean, time can go quickly in these games. Time can go quickly in these cup finals. And the crowd is still as loud as ever. But it's about taking and making the most of every opportunity that you have with the time you're provided. Good sportsmanship there by De Gea as Fabian Schär gets up to his feet. Lisandro also did a few moments before. It was a brave challenge by both, going for that ball in the air. You can see the Newcastle, or parts of the Newcastle ownership there, watching on. Lisandro now back on the pitch. Varane not able to win the first challenge, but he does. Newcastle throwing high up the pitch. Oh, and no. Fabian Schär is shaking his head. Not sure if he's 100% all there. That's another thing to monitor. Leacher just clearing it up in the air. Fred receiving the ball now, playing it into Weghorst. Not able to hold up the ball again. It was an awkward touch with his chest. Here's Saint-Maximin. Burn tries to get into the area. Cleared away. Fred just calmly into Weghorst. He's in a right back position now. Playing it over the top to Marcus Rashford. Calmly dealt with by killing Trippier. And here he is again. Driving Newcastle up the pitch. A little chop. Passing it into Longstaff now. Here's Miguel Almiron. Keeps a couple touches. Gives it into Bruno Guimaraes. Receives it back from Trippier. Here's Schär. Plays it into a dangerous area. And now here's Trippier. Into Longstaff. Across the area. Right across his... Oh, great skill by Saint-Maximin. Saved by David De Gea. Guimaraes over the bar. And out for a goal kick. But what a moment for Newcastle. The best chance of the game. First it was Sean Longstaff who made the run. Inverted. Beyond the defence. Crossed it across the face of goal. Saint-Maximin with an amazing skill. Quick feet. Past Diogo Dalot. And a shot that was saved at David De Gea's near post. My word. And then as it bounces out to Bruno Guimaraes, he wasn't able to get above the ball and it gets sliced over the bar, but warning signs for Manchester United. Here's Casemiro now. Into Marcus Rashford. Gets fouled by Guimaraes. Free kick Manchester United. Super Nick saying, oh my God, come on, David. Has anyone got Glazers out signs in the stadium since Abraham? Yes, so I've seen some Glazers out signs, Uzi, but I also saw a video of some Wembley stuff taking away a massive Glazers out sign. ASM skill though, Dalot got, hey, listen. What a piece of skill by Alan Saint-Maximin. What a piece of skill. What a piece of skill that was. My word. So a free kick now on the left side of the box. Bruno and Luke Shaw standing over it. Quite a bit away. A really good ball. Luke Shaw puts it in. Casemiro! Manchester United! Come on, Paxton. Come on, UZ. Super Nick saying VAR check. But what a ball in. He is onside, Casemiro. He looks onside. He looks onside, but what a header. Pass carriers. Great delivery by Luke Shaw. VAR check now. VAR check. I think it would be Kieran Trippier keeping him onside. It's tough. He looks on by the naked eye, but you never know. The line hasn't come up yet for me. They're zooming in. The line is there! Onside! Onside! Casemiro gives Manchester United the lead after 30 minutes! From a free kick, assist Luke Shaw, Eric Ten Hag's men have the advantage, 1-0! Here's Trippier now. Newcastle look to reply. Good defending by Lisandro Martinez. Manchester United fans are overgassed. Here's Guimaraes. Into St. Maximin now. Cutting inside. Guimaraes again. Now Trippier. Bit of space to work with. Into Almiron. Cuts back. Finds Trippier. Rashford prevents the first time cross. Guimaraes goes down. Referee says no. Here's the captain once again for Newcastle United. Joel Linton. St. Maximin. Good challenge there by Delon. And now the referee has booked someone. He's booked Fred. I don't know why Fred has been booked. But he has entered the referees. Here's Cher. The Manchester United fans are loud and proud. What an atmosphere. Free kick Newcastle though. Callum Wilson goes down this time. In a central area near the centre circle. Super Nick saying Newcastle getting rattled after conceding. Will they trips this opportunity? Let's see, Kieran Trippier to take this free kick. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, no spoilers, please. No spoilers. I may be a little behind, but no spoilers in the chat, please. Cup final settings. Oh, that's a good, smart, smooth, short free kick. And Almiron blasts it over the bar on the second attempt. Don't you worry, ladies and gents. You know when I see something. Don't you worry about it. Shout out to Super Nick. You can see Casemiro just pumping his fist. Same with Lissandro after the goal was given onside. Here's Weghorst now. Rashford running beyond. Good chance. He takes a touch. Oh, it's two! It's two! It's two! Marcus Rashford doubles the lead. Deflection. Pass Karius. 2-0. He does it again. Newcastle caught on the break once again. Wout Weghorst with the through ball. And Marcus Rashford with the touch. With the goods, with the finish. Via a deflection. And that is disappointing. When you look at the way the ball breaks, it starts with Rashford. He makes the run. Gets it back from Weghorst. And it deflects off Botman, I believe. Oh, just deflects off the top of Botman's boots. And Karius is gone. Karius has no chance. He gets a hand on it. But by then he's already on his way down. Manchester United 2. Newcastle 0. And is there a way back here for Eddie Howe's men? Marcus Rashford's incredible season continues. Will they give it as his goal though? Because it may have been going wide without the deflection. We shall see. We shall see. Come on, Super Nick. Paxton in the cut. Cardius Redemption Arc saying Uzi is children crying right now. Hey, I don't know. I don't care. Come on, United. Let's get it. Free kick. Rashford fouled this time. And he's asking why the Newcastle players haven't been booked as ferociously as us. Newcastle fans looking a little nervous now. It was a good start by the team in black and white, but they just weren't able to capitalize upon it with the opportunities and half chances that they had. Manchester United have taken full advantage. And maybe this is just a show of form. Newcastle have nosedived in that department as of late. And I know you do say form goes out the window for cup finals. But Manchester United coming off a victory against Barcelona at the peak of their powers right now in terms of being able to get results. It's Luke Shaw now. Around the corner to Fred, cleared away that time, but to Callum Wilson. He doesn't have a lot of support up there with him, and Casemiro just pushing him further back and winning the ball back again. Here's Trippier to keep it in though. Longstaff. Gimelais. Botman with the diagonal over the top pass to Trippier, who takes it down. Good challenge by Rashford. Corner kick, Newcastle. He takes it short to Almiron. Back heel to Trippier. Ball in! Oh! It was a great opportunity there. Before Dan Burn in the middle of the area. And it just goes wide. Luke Shaw was there challenging for the header. So Dan Burn didn't have the opportunity to get above that ball fully. Easy saying that Dubravka gonna walk up with the United play. Nah, that's boying it. That's boying it, man. That's boying it. It's not over yet. Far from. United are in a fantastic position in the first half with only a couple minutes to go. But there is still a lot of time to be played. Luke Shaw winning a throw-in off Bruno Guimaraes. And then Shearer watching on his former side. Not a happy situation right now. With 63% possession, Super Nick saying Newcastle must be feeling away. What do we always say? Possession doesn't always equate to winning the games. It doesn't always equate to scoring goals. If you don't know what to do with the possession that you have, or you can't execute on the possession that you have. As Casemiro just firing up the stadium, the fans again after winning back the ball. And a goal kick. What a performance thus far by the Brazilian. Casemiro came here to compete, and he's done it thus far. A touch of class is what we have seen, Super Nick. 5 minutes of added time, ladies and gents, with the stoppages of Fabian Schär, Alessandro being checked on, Guimaraes was down. Quite a few stoppages. Longstaff has gone down and... oh, it's been quite a loud scream by Sean Longstaff, who's rolling around. Fred involved in the challenge. Referees calling on for treatment. It's getting a little heated because it seems like the Newcastle players want to make the referee rethink the decision on Fred, but I don't think there's anything in there, or nothing much at least. Longstaff back on his feet, having a word with the referee now as well. You need to get on with the game, son. Obviously, Newcastle now just looking for any advantage they could possibly have in able to get back into the game. But I think this halftime whistle couldn't come at a better time for them, because they need to rethink, they need to sit down, they need to reset and think of ways of how they could possibly be more of an attacking threat. United win back the ball in a dangerous area. Here's Fred trying to play in Bruno Fernandes. Doesn't quite get the ball correct. Here's Casemiro. He gives it away. Goes right through to Callias. Here's Schär. Blasting it up the pitch now towards Callum Wilson. Leacher with the header. Luke Shaw. Now Marcus Rashford. Holding on to the ball for a little bit more than maybe Bruno Fernandes thought he needed to. But United still in possession. Here's Varane. It was an awkward ball out by David De Gea there. In the air. Just rushing those players receiving to play it out. Allowed Newcastle to push up a little bit. Here's Botman. St. Maximin. Playing it back to Newcastle's number. Anthony fighting just to win the ball back, and he does. Brilliant work there. And Casemiro plays it forward. Here's Weghorst now. Rashford up with him. Weghorst! What a save by Karius! Wow. Almost a superb goal from outside the area by Weghorst. It was in a good area for Karius to just tip it over the bar with his left hand. Corner kick United. Manchester United. Fernandes should take the free kick. Nearly fouled Saint Supinic. Ball went into the box. Headed away. Luke Shaw will head it forward to Fred, and now he plays it back into Bruno Fernandes. Dalot and Bruno not on the same wavelength there. He's making a run inside, and Dalot played it back out to the wing. Here's Almiron. Just intercepted again. Manchester United defending brilliantly in the latter stages of this first half. You can tell which team has the confidence. Here's Weghorst. Ball just deflected away momentarily. Fernandes into Anthony, who can take on the ball and run at Dan Burn. He cuts back a couple times now. Oh, brilliant there by Anthony. Brilliant. And Casemiro gets fouled by Joe Linton. Aggressive foul there as Varane is asking what's going on. Joe Linton just dragging Casemiro by the back of his shirt, and he enters the referee's book. Yeah, about time. Joe Linton tried it, saying soup in it. Anthony just running Dan Burn ragged. That was such a rough and ragged, frustrated foul by Joe Linton there. Burn got put out saying super Nick. Anthony, we're just seeing it again. Going back and forth. Quick feet. It was a problem for Dan Burn. You can see Joe Linton just comes in and pushes Anthony down. He's a fellow Brazilian. Half time. Manchester United 2-0 up. Casemiro just holding his shoulder from the challenge. Casemiro opening the scoring before Marcus Rashford was put through on goal by Weghorst. And his shot deflected off the top of Sven Botman's boots past Lloris Karius. And United have quite the advantage going into half-time of the Carabao Cup Final. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think of that first half. Let us all know what you thought of the first half. Gonna have a look online. I mean, thus far, I think it's been an interesting game. Super Nick saying 61% possession for Newcastle and no goals. It's looking peak for the Ops. One thing I will say is that Newcastle started the game well. But when you have the majority of the possession, you need to take advantage of it. And unfortunately for them, they just haven't. And yes, it took a while for the goal to be scored. Casemiro opening the scoring in the 33rd minute. But once that happened, and even the second goal, you heard the Newcastle fans, the volume goes lower and lower and lower. And that's something that the Newcastle players will be hoping they can kind of rile them up again for the second half, because they don't want that to be the case. They want those Newcastle fans to be loud and to encourage them once more, because we can look at this game and say it is close to being over. But stranger things have happened in football from a Manchester United perspective. This game is far from over. It is a cup final and Newcastle have a lot to play for. Manchester United still have a lot to play for. 45 minutes plus added time to go. So I think we're in a fantastic position right now, but that doesn't mean that we put our guard down. If we have to play with the same level of intensity, possibly even better in my opinion, because I don't think we have played to the best of our abilities. We definitely have grown in confidence as the half went on, which is something I probably predicted, and a lot of you guys would have probably predicted as well. But I still think there's a gear to go up if you're Manchester United. And for Newcastle, it's about whether you can create the chance, find the opportunity and score the goal, which is something they have been struggling with as of late. So we'll have to see. We'll be interested to see you guys in the chat what your opinions are on the game thus far and how you think things will progress. It will be very interesting. I'm trying to see some stats onwards about the game. Let's see if I can find anything thus far. What I'm going to do as well. Let me go on FootMob. Have a look at this. Just sold my car. Don't ask me why I'm singing that, bro. But I'm singing it. Alright, we out here on Twitter. Casemiro has scored 4 goals. 4 goals in his last 12 games in all competitions. 1 more goal than he had scored across his previous 89 matches. My word. And you can see the change of role for Casemiro since he came to Manchester United. He was one of those guys, when you had the Casemiros, the Toni Krooses and onwards, you don't really have to have much attacking output. He could focus on his defensive game, but now he's really become almost a two-way player for Manchester United, where he progresses the ball forward, he gets forward on occasions, dangerous threat for set pieces, but also in open play. Defensively, just absolutely brilliant today as well. He's been everywhere, winning the ball back. What can't you say about Casemiro and what he's done thus far for Manchester United? And then you see some of the players in the picture. I think Wout Weghorst has had a really good game in that first half. Defensively, he's the provider for the second goal as well. Obviously, there have been moments where he's lost the ball, but in those moments where you need him to progress the play, it started from the very beginning, where he receives the ball first time, boom, with his left foot into Marcus Rashford, starting a counter-attack. That's what we need from Weghorst. Holding up play, of course. Just keeping the ball moving. And I think he's done that. Defensively, he's been in our area at times, cutting out golden chances or opportunities for Newcastle. And that's just the brilliance of Weghorst. I know people will say he's not that good of a player. He's not a Manchester United caliber player. But what he offers to this team, when he's playing well, when the team's playing well, when it's working, is massive. Absolutely massive. With Newcastle, I mean, incredibly unlucky with the way they have played in that first half. And we're looking at that goal again. Ball in by Luke Shaw. What a deliverer of the ball he is, by the way. There were many years where people were saying Luke Shaw is just terrible at crossing. And I couldn't see it, because every time I've seen Luke Shaw, even in like the last few years, whether he's in bad form, good form, I've always seen a good deliverer of the ball from out wide. And, you know, he's shown it multiple times this season with the deliveries from free kick, set pieces, open play. Uzi saying every Man United rival fans and Newcastle fans today. Saying Uzi, Weghorst is doing the dirty work. I hope he gets a goal soon. Indeed, he almost did with that strike that was saved by Karius. By the way, you guys, what do you think about the second goal, Marcus Rashford? Do you think that Karius should have done better on that one? Because the commentary, the guys on commentary, Jamie Carragher said that he felt that Karius should have done better. I think it was unlucky. Maybe as a goalkeeper, and it is confirmed as a Botman own goal, so I'm going to change that now. But as a goalkeeper, Botman. you expect a goalkeeper to kind of stand their ground, okay? Botman OG. To stand their ground. Sorry, Botman. Not Botman. Botman. You do expect a goalkeeper to stand their ground. And he does start to go down early. But I think it is harsh on Karius because, yeah, it is a massive deflection off Botman's boots. And you can see up there, it's one of them ones where it just flies off the top of his boots with the momentum that he's running in. Shout out to Bargav. Hope you're doing more per day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by every time. You know, God, are you winning a quadruple there? I wouldn't go that crazy. My friend. I hope you're having a good day, a good weekend thus far. But nah, I wouldn't go that far. It's been a good game for Manchester United so far, but I think we still need to be a little better in certain areas. But yeah, a good opportunity now on the for the next 45 minutes to go up there and finish the game, potentially go for another goal and see what we can do from there. But we're in the driver's position now, we're in the driver's seat. Now it's about using the sat-nav to get to the right place and not taking no wrong turns. People on TalkSport already waiting to get their saying about the quadruple. Fam, listen, them people are mad, Bargav. I can't lie. Them people have lost their minds. Lost their minds, fam. Man, they're mentioning Manchester United and quadruple in the same sentence. You have lost your mind, man. You can be happy about this. Because and once the game is over, I'm going to be gassed. I can't lie. We won a trophy. When you win a trophy, of course, you're going to be gassed. But quadruple, you're insane, fam. You are. In my eyes, you're insane. And we can go back to this at the end of the season. I'm confident of saying that, fam. But you're insane. Super Nick. Hey, Super Nick, man. What does that mean, Super Nick? What exactly does that mean in the chat? Huh? I'm just looking through Twitter to see if we get any more stats. 6th Carabao Cup goal, not quite for Marcus. I think they've given it as a Botman OG. It said on Sky Sports they gave it as a Botman OG. I'm going to look around. Yeah. Other places are saying a Botman OG as well. Yeah, so not quite for Marcus just yet. Yeah, Super Nick, yeah. I hope you're okay. I hope everything's okay, fam. I hope everything's okay. I hope everything's okay. Man, here's a stat that Sven Botman won't appreciate. Let me increase it so you guys can see it here. Sven Botman is just the 4th player to score an own goal in a League Cup final after Roger Kenyon in 1977, Gordon Chisholm in 1985, and Steven Gerrard in 2005. Unfortunate indeed. Easy saying Rashford masterclass in the second half. Let's see what happens. How do you not snap your ankle with way Marcus is? Fam? Like the picture, I mean. Wait. How do you not snap your ankle with way Marcus is? Am I tripping? Like the picture, oh, fam. Oh, the one I just put up on Twitter. Hold up. Give me a second. Let me try and find it again. I don't even know of him. tripping. I feel like I'm tripping. Wait, phrase that again, Bargav, fam, because maybe I'm tripping. I lost it in completely, fam. It's not looking good. There we go. Boom. Do you see the picture of Alan Shearer? Hey, Alan Shearer looks distressed, fam. Alan Shearer looks distressed. You just pulled it up on Twitter, fam. Hold up a second. Hold up. Speaking about this one, Bargaff. Oh, the own goal with Botman. Hold up a second. Let me find that one real quick. Hold up. Let me find that one real quick. Somewhere. Hey, you're fam. You're right, fam. I just clocked. That is brazy. Oh, yeah. I was wondering, snap ankle, fam. Snap ankle. My bad, Bargaff, fam. I just clocked the image. Aish. Fam, that is an awkward position. I ain't gonna lie. But shout out to Marcus, man. Who is your player of the half for Manchester United, ladies and gents? I feel like you gotta go with Casemiro, innit? I think Casemiro's been good. Weghorst has been good. Credit to the back, Lisandro Martinez and Rafa Varane. I think they've been very good as well. Anthony has been good today in this game. Probably the standout performers, I will say. Carrier says, I'm pro gloves goalkeeper. He's even got some man said unbranded brown. Nah. Don't boy it, fam. Listen, don't boy it. It's too early to start boying it. Easy. It's too early. It's too early. And shout out to everybody that has voted on the poll. That's why I'm going to close the poll before the second half begins. 2,103 days since Man United last trophy. Man, Bargav. Big ups for the stats, fam. But it has been a long time. For Newcastle, it has been an even longer time. Speaking 1969 since their last major trophy. Alexander Isak is coming on now for Eddie Howe's team. It's going to be interesting to see. Alan Wan-Bissaka's coming on for Diogo Dalot, which I think is the right move because Dalot's on the yellow card. United in the driver's seat, so now you can bring on Wan-Bissaka, who's fresh, to take on Alan Saint-Maximin. Yes, AWB on UZ for Diogo Dalot. And Isak has come on for Sean Longstaff. So he will be going up top, I suppose, with Callum Wilson. We shall see. AWB, the most logical substitution. Saying Paxton, of course. Newcastle will be kicking off now. Can they find a way back into the game? We shall see. The second half begins. And shout out to Paxton. Shout out to Bargav, Moss, Super Nick, Manj, UZ, everybody who has shown up over the course of this. But here's Marcus Rashford into Fred and just doesn't get the finish right. Almost caught Newcastle sleeping there at the edge of the area. If he got the shot right, it would have been dangerous. Bottom plays the FA Cup game. I don't think Butland has played a game for Manchester United yet, Yuzi. I think the only goalkeeper that has played other than David De Gea was Tom Heaton. And I think that was an FA Cup game. I don't remember. I think it was an FA Cup game, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Jack Butland has played a game for Manchester United. Here's Anthony. Here's Adam Wan-Bissaka now. Anthony. Wan-Bissaka overlapping. Getting away from Dan Burn. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Left-footed pass out to Marcus Rashford. A little further back than he probably would have wanted it. Rashford clipping it over to Fred. Good header by Botman. Here's Anthony! And Karius is there. He read that one. Yeah, he just wasn't able to get that curl and direction on it there, Anthony. Here's Isaac receiving the ball from deep and using his pace to get past Marcus Rashford. My word. And Casemiro was a brick wall there, throwing Newcastle. You can hear the crowd though, picking it up a few decibels. Oh, Isaac with a sweet turn away from Casemiro. Plays in Callum Wilson. Varane with the defensive clearance out for a throw-in again. Good start by the Newcastle summer signing. Trippier throwing it into Almiron. Casemiro gets a head on it. I'm sure and Bruno can deal with the rest. Weghorst is the furthest one up. And it's great defending there by Botman. And now both with a little chest to chest. From the challenge, nothing much in it. Hoping for a Champions League-like momentum swing. How awesome would it be for this game to go to extras? You know what? I wouldn't love it, but for the neutral, it would be amazing. Weghorst asking for a yellow card. Sorry, a handball. Referee says no. Here come Newcastle. Trippier. A free kick, Newcastle. Fam, I do not want ET. Get me away from ET and pens, fam. Less of that. But a free kick in a good position for Trippier to deliver. On the right side of the pitch. A few yards away from the box, near to the touchline, to be fair. Paxton said Bargaff predicted a Newcastle win, eh? Are you gonna sing songs if you win, eh, fam? I ain't the singer, fam. I might. You never know, fam. You never know. Ball in by Trippier. Headed away by Wan-Bissaka. Isaac with the header back into the area. And Fred will get it cleared on the second attempt. Bruno Guimaraes taking a risk there on going past Anthony, but he does. Here's Almiron and just can't control the ball towards Callum Wilson. Now it's Manchester United's turn to get a bit of possession and orchestrate an attacking opportunity. Wan-Bissaka giving the ball away. A little cheaply there. Here's Isaac. Nice ball out to Alan St-Maximin. And now it's his turn to take on the fresh Wan-Bissaka. And he messes it up. He kicks it with his left before. Or maybe his right he kicks it with before he can try and get a crossing. Mistake there by the Frenchman. We've seen it all. Here's Joelinton. Now into Callum Wilson. Fakes the long-range strike. Gives it to Bruno Guimaraes. Now Almiron into Trippier. Good ball in. Lisandro Martinez deals with it again. They're asking why. Because Lisandro's down. May have been a high boot on Callum Wilson. Newcastle won a corner. Let's see what happens. Oh, high boot. They may have given a high boot on Callum Wilson there. David De Gea will take it. Or maybe they've just given a goal kick. Ladies and gents, be sure to hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, share to your friends and frenemies, and follow all socials, link in the description. Just one link, and it will take you through to every piece of social media and channel that I currently have going. On YouTube with my this channel, second channel, on Twitch, and all the rest, including community Discord that everybody is welcome to join. Here's Marcus Rashford now. Bruno Guimaraes with the challenge. Bruno Fernandes now. Long range strike goes over the bar. And it looks like a corner kick. So Manchester United may have taken a slight deflection. Luke Shaw getting an applause from the fans. Absolutely brilliant so far this season, Luke Shaw. And he's to put the ball in once again. Good header by Dan Burn that time. Another corner kick. And Manchester United on the opposite side this time. Large Bruno chance, loud Bruno chance from the Manchester United fans. The captain for today. Gilberto Carlos delivering greatness, saying Paxton. Here is Shaw once again. Weghorst with the header on. Karius with the easy catch. What a player, Bargav. Here's Joelinton. Does Maguire raise the trophy? I have a feeling that Bruno's going to bring him in because he's that type of guy that will give him the opportunity and say, come fam, we both raise the trophy. To be honest, I'm not pressed. I'm really not pressed. I'm really not pressed, man. All I care about is if we win. Bruno deserves to be a part of that trophy lift though, no doubt. So the only way Maguire's lifting it is if they both do it. Because Bruno deserves it. Because he's been the captain for most of the season. And he's been a fantastic leader for this side. And it's far from over. Bruno Maguire will jointly lift the trophy. It's been confirmed. Oh, say no more, Paxton. Say no more. Let me see. The man them slow on news these days. Hey, listen. Hey, that. Yeah. Okay, I just seen it. I just seen it. Okay. Hey, if Paxton ain't sending through the news, fam. Nah, I'm joking. But I even checked out the news that much today, fam. My head's just been in the game. I made the match preview. I wasn't even going to make a little match preview, but I ended up doing it. Here's Almiron. Joelinton. Anthony was down and gave opportunity for St. Maximin to receive the ball. And Anthony wins it back now. Great work. Burn wins it back. St. Maximin again. Great challenge by Wan-Bissaka. Here's Guimaraes. A little roulette inside the box. Finds Burn. Fred with the interception. Manchester United doing enough. The amount of news I could have posted today would be insane, but ultimately it's common knowledge. Indeed, indeed. And Bruno Guimaraes now down for Newcastle. Rolling his ankle, it seems. Can see the ball when Bruno just kicks the ball, it bounces off Bruno Guimaraes. It's an uncomfortable one. It is a unlucky challenge. You hope for Newcastle that this is not the end of his game, because he's a crucial part to Newcastle's success this season. You can see the support from their crowd just as brilliant as ever. Bruno Guimaraes back on his feet though. You can respect that. He's getting a magic spray to try and continue. Wan-Bissaka throwing the ball in. Botman playing it back to Karius, who kicks it forward. Hey, Bruno Guimaraes with roulettes. Hey, man, it was a swift move, Bargav. It was a swift and nice move. Here's Bargav. I said, here's Bargav. Here's Isaac. I said, yo. Alright, Bargav, you're playing in this final, big man. Can't be tweeting these days. Here's Adam St. Maximin. Oh, and Isaac didn't make the run. Did not make the run. Super Nick saying boo. Hashtag Glazers out. We can see Avram Glazer here as well. They're showing him on the hashtag Glazers out each and every time, folks. Them hashtag Glazers out. And he would have heard that we want Glazers out chant in the first half with every single ounce of hair in his ears. Imagine a winning season and a great... you know what? Glazers staying in any situation is a nightmare. The nightmare situation right there. Exactly, Paxton. The Glazers staying on is a nightmare. Because we know deep down the ambition of this ownership is just not there. And we need them to leave and to have the right owner come in and change the fortunes of the club. Luke Shaw throws it back in. Rashford just scuffing the clearance forward. And a throw into Newcastle high up the pitch. The Glazers the other day saying they're emotionally invested in the club had me vexed till yet. Listen, Paxton, I'm sick and tired of hearing this stuff. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of it. They're trying all of this stuff to try and turn it around, hoping that the situation on the pitch is going to transform some of the thoughts of the Man United fans. That just can't be the case. For almost 20 years, their ownership of the club has been an absolute disgrace. And you know, Bargav, a lot of fans say, well, they still spend money, but whose money are they spending in the end of the day? They put the club in debt and they're spending the club's money. You have to look at it from a deeper perspective because there's so many other things outside of the finances that the Glazers have contributed to negatively. Not developing the stadium, the facilities around the men's, the academy side, the team, poor recruitment, not just through players, but the staff chosen to recruit those players to operate around the club and the footballing departments. You understand the point, Bargav, but for a club of the stature of Manchester United, it shouldn't even reach that point, with all due respect to Bournemouth, you know? And I know there will be fans out there saying entitled, but this is Manchester United Football Club. Here's Isaac, playing it to Saint Maximin. Taking on in the area, going back outside now. Here's Jordanton. Miguel Almiron. Guimaraes. Almiron and Guimaraes combining. Good challenge by Fernandes. Newcastle with a good opportunity. Almiron blocked. A little raw. And here goes Marcus Rashford. Just slowing down his dribble and taking on Fabian Schär. Great challenge to win back the ball and keep it in. And he blasts it forward now over to Saint Maximin. Wan-Bissaka with the header. But Saint Maximin will come again. Quick feet. Great feet. And a great challenge by Wan-Bissaka. Corner kick. And he's trying to rile up the crowd. Paxton saying to say one bad ownership is worse than the other bad ownership is irrelevant. And then Bargav says, agree with you on the lack of infrastructure development. Newcastle with a good opportunity from the corner. They took it short. Back out to Trippier. And it's a weird corner kick delivery. Trippier just passed it all the way back to defense. And now he's back on the ball. And puts the ball through Martinez. And he thought it was impeded. No free kick. Newcastle still coming forward now with Almiron. 82% possession. For them in the last 5 minutes. Trippier. And now Fred receives the ball from the Luke Shaw clearance. Weghorst. And it's pulled back for a free kick on Fred. Botman gets booked. A little bit of frustration there. It was a foul on Alexander Isak. And it might have been Botman who slammed the ball on the crowd. That's such a... Them kind of things these days are so soft, you know. Man slammed the ball on the ground and he's getting booked. Come on, man. Let the man exert his frustration. Manchester United, you can see in the second half, has gone back and been a little defensive. Allowing Newcastle to have a bit more possession, come at them a little more and rely on their defensive expertise. Manchester United, I'm talking, and Marcel Sabitzer and Scott McTominay are about to come on for Manchester United. The ball deep in and cleared away by Rashford on the second. Super Nick, what do you guys think about those substitutions? Sabitzer and McTominay. Punched out by De Gea. Here's Joe Linton. Strike! Blocked! Callum Wilson again! And deflected. Newcastle getting closer. Lisandro Martinez was the one who blocked the second shot. What a partnership, Varane and Martinez. Absolutely brilliant, Bargav. The partnership they have formed every time they play together. They've almost transformed the mentality of that whole back line. Whoever plays. Uzi saying McSauce. And a fourth official holding up the board now. Fred will be coming off. So, Fred coming off for Marcel Sabitzer. And Weghorst coming off for Scott McTominay. Rashford going up top now with that counter-attacking opportunity. Solidifying that midfield. Does Martinez bomb up forward on occasion? Not a lot of the time. There are some occasions where he can carry the ball up top. Well, not up top, but carry the ball forward and affect the attack in that way. But a lot of the time he uses his ball playing abilities to do so. Fred and Weggy off saying Super Nick. So now you can see we got Sabitzer, Casemiro, McTominay out in that midfield. Bruno go out to the left-hand side, I believe. Anthony still on the right and Rashford through the middle. Newcastle fans just asking for a bit of time wasting on David De Gea's part. United have had 19% possession. Manchester United in the last 10 minutes. So maybe that substitution is to help with a bit more of attacking threat. Here is Wan-Bissaka, poor ball by Anthony. Just too much pace on it. Throw in Newcastle. Here's Wan-Bissaka, able to just poke it through to Bruno Fernandes, and he can make a run forward now. Trying to loop it over to Rashford, but he stopped his run. And a goal kick to Newcastle. Sure didn't give up on the play, but Trippier was able to just marshal that one out. "19 minutes to go now in the Carabao Cup Final. Is there a twist in the game. Bargav saying solid performance so far. First time in years the United team is not leaking crazy goals, and isn't that a good thing to hear? You know? And yes, Fergie is in the stadium, you see. You can see Manchester United just look solid, even in these situations where they're being pinned back by Newcastle. Oh, but they've been exposed. Trippier and David De Gea gets a strong hand before it reaches Callum Wilson. But no, Callum Wilson was offside. Just when we were speaking about that, they played it through and Trippier was offside. But United were not to know that. A good strong hand by David De Gea to prevent the ball from going through to Callum Wilson. What a pass by Bruno Guimaraes though. I think by the end of this game, if it does end like this, those Newcastle players deserve a massive ovation from their travelling crowd, because they have given it their all and there is still a lot to go in the game. Don't get me wrong, but it's been a brilliant effort from their players. Sabitzer with a good interception. Here's Marcus Rashford now! Good save by Karius. Anthony was up with him. Potentially, maybe Anthony wanted the ball, but here come United again. Luke Shaw, great run, great challenge to prevent the ball through to Anthony. United throw-in. I want to see United in an Arsenal double-leg Europa League tie, saying Bargav, wouldn't that be something? We have to get there first. The butcher likes to tenderize and marinate before he cooks. McTominay, Sabitzer! And it just goes over the bar. He looked to blast it. And he did blast it all right. But it was always rising, that shot. A couple opportunities for Manchester United on the break. United just playing up high now, that attack. The midfield is packed out and ready to fight to preserve this result. Martinez heading it out to Luke Shaw. Sabitzer, his pass was deflected into the path of Callum Wilson. Here he is in the box. Luke Shaw and Varane deal with it. Could have been a dangerous situation there. Wan-Bissaka with a great challenge. Rashford with a poor pass in transition. And Bruno Guimaraes just running out of space there, trying his best to find an angle. Wan-Bissaka does well there to play the ball into Scott McTominay. And a wonderful challenge there by Dan Burn. Sliding across the ground. Conceded a throw-in. Scott McTominay chant raining around Wembley. And here he is again. Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, back into Marcus Rashford. He takes it outside of the area and gives it to Casemiro. Oh, Anthony stretched. Wan-Bissaka couldn't get there and in the end gives away a free kick. Murphy and Joe Willock about to come on now for Newcastle. Here's Almiron. Isak, who's picked up a lot of deep positions thus far. Showcased his skill set, if anything, being able to carry the ball from deep and find a player. Newcastle lose possession that time. Casemiro kicking it up there towards Bruno Fernandes. He holds off Trippier and does well. Now Sabitzer, who lined up the shot from long range, and gets blocked. Rashford receiving it. Giving it to Luke Shaw. Rashford again. Trying to run through a couple of players, gives it away. Bargav saying 25 goals this season for Marcus Rashford. Insane. I mean, the transformation this season. And yes, you can give a lot of credit to Eric Ten Hag. Shout out to Benny McCarthy, as we always do, the coaching staff. But you have to give credit to the player as well. Everybody's involved, and it's just been great to see. Because let's not get this, incorrect. Marcus Rashford, since emerging all those seasons ago, has been brilliant for Manchester United, bar one season, I would say. And that was last season, where he struggled mentally and physically. But this season, he's back to his best and then some. Saint-Maximin coming off. And also Bruno Guimaraes coming off for Jacob Murphy and Joe Willock. Guimaraes a little distressed, and he's limping a little bit as well. Dubravka must be waiting on his medal now, saying Paxton. Oh, man. Newcastle changing it up a little bit. We'll have to see how that works out. Bruh, Dan Burn just kicked the microphone away. He throws it in, headed away, and now Anthony can come away with it. Pokes it into the... Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Marcus Rashford is also up there on the counter-attack. Bruno puts it in there, and it just deflects into the hands of Karius. Unlucky. I think it was Trippier who was able to get the foot on the ball. Get a foot on the ball. And here he is now. Isak. Murphy. Looks to get the cross in. Corner kick, Newcastle. Sometimes it's those moments that are needed to rile up the crowd. You could hear the roar from the Newcastle fans just a moment ago. A lot of tall bodies in the box in black and white. Hey, that was a ball by Anthony before to unleash Bruno Fernandes. Bargav for real. Fernandes had a little problem clearing the ball, but referee gives nothing. Poor pass towards Marcus Rashford there on the counter-attack. Anthony was up there as well. Here's Isak. Newcastle still posing a strong threat. Check complete, no penalty. And Isak taking on both Casemiro and Martinez, losing out that time, but Casemiro still on the ball, back to Isak. And he couldn't touch it beyond Casemiro, anticipated that one. Joe Linton winning it back this time. Here's Willock. He had such a great loan spell when he originally came to Newcastle on loan. Since then, he hasn't had as a significant of a role. Trippier to deliver a corner kick. Headed away by Casemiro. And now Anthony can go on the counter-attack as Willock Miscontrolled. Anthony taking on Murphy. And it's really good defending by Murphy. And a foul committed by the Brazilian. Well played there by Jacob Murphy. Really, really well on the counter-attacker. Jadon Sancho is about to come on for Anthony. That is his last act of the game. Man said, will Dubravka stash his medal or go into hiding? That's brazy. Let's just say he isn't bringing it into the dressing room. Congratulations. Big up Anthony, man. And big up to everybody on that team. Anthony coming off now for Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho getting a great ovation. Gareth Southgate watching on. Less than 8 minutes now for Newcastle to try and get back into this game. Wilson goes down, no free kick. Here's Bruno Fernandes. And a good fit in by Trippier. Or Joe Willock, should I say. Almiron. Now Joe Linton. Been another key factor in the middle of the park for Newcastle. Transforming his game, formerly a full-time striker. Here's Willock. A nice ball out wide to Trippier, spreading it like butter. Here's Murphy now. Edge of the area, drives inside and takes a strike over the bar. It was an awkward angle. Speculative effort. Eddie Howe trying to encourage his side for one last push, maybe 2 last pushes. Here is Isaac. I think he's been really good since coming on for Newcastle. Just the story of the game for them, not being able to have the quality in the final third to produce, but they have a corner kick now. David De Gea was given a yellow card, I believe, for time wasting. Trippier to deliver, and he does. Punched away by the Spaniard. Almiron clipping it back into the area. McTominay and Casemiro getting a block on. Sancho can come away with it now. Does well to just hold it up. And Bruno gets it cleared. What a ball to Bruno Fernandes. By Bruno Fernandes to Marcus Rashford. Sancho and Sabitzer are up there. The ball by Rashford was deflected, but Sancho still able to get there. Plays in Marcus Rashford. A little wide though. Here's Sancho, edge of the area. Wan-Bissaka pokes it straight into the hands of Karius. The ball was a little too close to the Newcastle defence, so Wan-Bissaka had to rush it a little bit. Here's Willock now, a great challenge by Wan-Bissaka on the other end. Casemiro gives away a free kick. And he gets booked now. A little cheap free kick there by Casemiro as he was a little late in getting the ball. Good position for the likes of Kieran Trippier to deliver. Paxton saying into the late stages now. All we have to do is hold on. Easier said than done. Free kick Newcastle. De Bruno. Yes, Uzi. Paxton confirmed earlier will be Bruno, probably, and Harry Maguire. Ball in by Trippier. Headed one by McTominay. And Rashford will get it cleared as the ball bounced to him. Here's Murphy. Long range strike! Wide of the goal. It was a good effort there. And we're looking at this from a better camera angle now. He gets a real good strike. Oh, David De Gea was beaten, but it just swerved away. It started inside and swerved away from the post. And Harry Maguire is coming on now for Marcus Rashford. An extra defender on now. Don't worry, Paxton. Trust, trust, trust. Don't worry, Paxton and Super Nick. It's all about trust in this game. A Manchester United fans at full voice. In full voice. Is Jadon Sancho now. Just gets pickpocketed by Joe Willock. Plays it out to Dan Burn. Sabitzer furthest forward pressing. And United win back possession from the press before giving it away. Here's Almiron. Now Joe Linton. Back into Newcastle's 24. Good challenge by Luke Shaw. And now Jadon Sancho has a ball to chase. Brilliant strength there by Dan Burn. He's probably watching the game, Moss. We want Glazers out chance once again for the first time in the second half. A couple times in the last minute or so. Love it. Here's Trippier. And Wilson just deflects off him. Lisandro Martinez holding it out. And he's asking. And now a little beef. Because Callum Wilson got a piece on Lisandro. Isak asking him to calm down. Callum Wilson now seems to be coming off for Newcastle United. Matt Ritchie coming on. Almiron is also coming off for Elliot Anderson. And I think that may be that for Newcastle now. That may be that. 5 minutes added time, but you feel like Newcastle's opportunity to get back into the game, that ship has sailed. What do you guys think in the comments? Super Nick saying couldn't finish anything. Newcastle's cup drought continues, but we don't care. We are lifting the energy drink cup. Butcher saying UZ. Here's Murphy. Maguire defending. You get a free kick to Newcastle eventually. Just, you know what? One thing I have to say. Just absolutely brilliant defending in this second half. There have been moments, don't get me wrong. But this Manchester United team have dug in. They have dug in and they have made the team, the whole manager, the team, the fans. We are proud of you today. Guimaraes it was Joe Linton heading it on. And De Gea punched it away. 3 minutes to go of added time. David De Gea now the all-time leader in clean sheets as a goalkeeper for Manchester United. Passing Peter Schmeichel recently. You can see the Newcastle crowd still loud and proud of their team. Credit to them also. Credit to them. What an atmosphere. I'm getting goosebumps. Scott McTominay wins back the ball. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Great chance to finish the game. Bruno cuts it in. Saved by Karius. Jadon Sancho was back post. Good save by Karius though. Fernandes takes it short. Over to Scott McTominay now. Another corner kick to Manchester United. Look like we'll just keep the ball up here and see out the game. Listen to the fans. If you are watching, listen to the Manchester United fans. They are in full celebration mode now. The trophy drought is nearing its end. "40 seconds to go. Everybody hugging on the bench. Smiles. Bruno just throwing it in. Licha. Bruno gets fouled. Manchester United free kick. And a little, whoa. Frustration by Fabian Schär trying to shoulder check Lisandro Martinez from behind. That's not how you want the game to end. That is not how you want the game to end, but it doesn't matter. That won't kill the celebrations. Just watch yourself, Newcastle. You played well today, but don't try it. Shout out to Linskino, a goal in this generation. Hold on. Hold on. Manchester United are Carabao Cup champions. Eric Ten Hag wins his first trophy as Manchester United manager. Big up to everybody in the chat. Paxton, Ivlinsky, even though he's saying boo, Supinit, UZ, Moss. Ange Bargav. Eagle-eyed football. The Manchester Kushner. Kang. Manchester United are the Carabao Cup 2023 champions. Goes from Casemiro. And a Sven Botman on goal. Crushes the dreams of Newcastle United, who, credit to them, who had a superb season up to this point. And I wish them the best going forward, having somewhat had a little nosedive in form recently. But don't get that twisted. They have had a great season thus far, and they can take this one or two ways. They can be encouraged from their achievements and use this pain to fuel their Champions League aspirations. But for Manchester United, this team just goes from strength to strength. Win against Barcelona in midweek, and you question whether fatigue would set in. Never. Not with this team. Not with the strength that has been instilled by these fans, by these coaches, by the manager, Erik ten Hag. This is a different team now. There is a different feeling. Not just around Old Trafford, but anywhere they go. Manchester United have won a trophy again. How does that feel, ladies and gentlemen? How does that feel? Man saying, run me my Carabao stress. Vamos! Hey, Linsky, man, don't try it around here. Because we all know the pain you're feeling right now, but it's all good, man. Super Nick saying, so proud of the team. Our manager, let's listen to Bruno. The trophy drought is over. Bruno saying we want more. Our standards demand more. Big up yourself, man. Enjoy the celebrations. Bruno Fernandes said he wants more, man. He wants more trophies. What an achievement. And happy for this team who, some of them have been through immense heartbreak in the last few years. Pain, heartache, injury, a lack of success, criticism. But this season, they have deserved their plaudits. Liverpool won the FA Cup. I see. I miss Minia. Hey. Our fan base has been through so much since Sir Alex left, and at last it feels like we are building a new dynasty, a new era. GGMU. Hashtag Glazers out. Big up David De Gea. One of the longest tenured Manchester United players here, winning a trophy once again. And a clean sheet in the cup final. It means so much to everyone, man. ETH is magic. But this team, once again, are starting to regain that magic also. AWB defended like his life depending on it today. Big up Luke Shaw, though. The man continued to grow after that horrid injury. It's true. It's inspirational. And he has had some bad seasons. He's got his criticism. But this year he's bounced back. And once again, commiserations to Newcastle, man. They should be so proud of where they are. As we see Bruno Guimaraes clearly, in tears, upset. And they will watch that trophy celebration. But be proud of where you are and where you could be going forward, where you could be in the future. And shout out to the Newcastle fans who are showing their appreciation of the efforts from their team this season in this competition. It may have not ended the way they would have wanted it to. But, hey, Ten Hag, Leacher, and Anthony all dancing, Nah. The Ajax boys. The Ajax boys all dancing. Aye, come on, fam. Hey, listen. Listen, fam. Come on, man. No longer carrying CR7, so the weight is shooting you off to victory, saying, Linsky, well, you know what? I didn't even stop the timer. Good luck to CR7, man. He's doing well where he is. But now it's a different time for Manchester United to reset. Ajax be bringing Manchester's trophies. Shout out to Moss. Newcastle are making their way up. Pick up the runners-up medal, and, they do deserve an applause, so I will give it to them. Ah, man. Man. Big ups to Newcastle, man. Hey, listen. Look at this. Look at this.
There's expectation.
Look at this. Hey. Fam. Vibes. The vibes are immaculate. The vibes are immaculate, ladies and gents. The vibes are immaculate. Manchester United making their way up now for the trophy lift. Super Nick saying, how can they play that song when them men are heartbroken? It's a beautiful day. Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes at the front of the pack, walking up the famous Wembley stairs as they get ready to receive their medals. Goosebumps soup in it. Absolute goosebumps. Big save, Dave. Congrats. Saying Moss. Casemiro, one done as well. Well done as well. Come on, man. This whole week has been so big for Manchester United. Winning and going through in the Europa League against Barcelona. Winning a trophy. At long last. Could this kickstart greatness? Raw. Maguire didn't even shake the Glazers' hands, Avram's hand. He did it to Richard Arnold, but Avram had his hand turned. What kind of owner are you, bruv? You're supposed to shake your players' hands. Ten Hag. Come on! Big up to everybody in the cup, man. 2023 Carabao Cup winners, Manchester United. And on that note, I'm going to end stream. Thank you to everybody that was here. Super Nick Moss, Linsky Paxton, Manj UZ, RD as well, earlier on. Eagle Eye Football, the Manchester Kushner Bargav. To everybody showing love over the course of this watch-along. Appreciate everybody, man. Kang as well. Time to celebrate. Glazeronomics in the mud. Even a defective captain dismissing you. Fam, listen. Fire bun them, man. Glazers out all the time. Now it's time to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, expect the United Twins in a couple days' time. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Until the next time, I'll see you lot. Sit down.